Good morning or good afternoon, farming friends. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Akron bagging system. This is, I guess it's a partner type deal with trailer park farms and somebody that he knows that textured it for him or something. The concept of this is it comes in three pieces. You've got the actual filling mechanism itself that fills the bag, and from my understanding, this is just another way to silo your material into. Um, I have never seen anything like this before, ever. I mean, again, I'm not a farmer myself. I grew up around farms and I even helped out on some as a kid growing up, but I never saw anything like this. The closest thing that the bagging actually kind of reminds me of is those when once you build a cotton module, it would have a tarp across the top of it. That's kind of what that reminds me of. The way once you put material in, it actually expands out. Um, this item, let me key up some notes here real quick. It says that this bagger system holds approximately 493,000 liters, and once it's full, you can detach and pull away. Well, the thing is that it doesn't say as far as the notes. It doesn't tell me if you have to have 493,000 liters in it directly to move or to detach or whatever. So we're going to try this out today. Oh, let me also discuss this here too. From my understanding and from what little the notes gave to me, is that once this bag is full, you would take this device here, which is supposed to be, I guess, some kind of an extractor, and it connects to the bag, I suppose, and either reels the bag in, and it comes out the pipe, and you can just offload to a trailer. But I don't want to speak too soon. I want to try to see if I can get this thing going, so I can try to understand how it works. Again, I've never seen anything like it, so I figured, what the hell, let's give it a shot. That volume is really loud in my ear. Um, did I pass it? I think I did. Oh no, it's in the. Oh wait, I did pass it. Let's just turn this stuff down a few notches. We'll hire a guy and get him going. As this field here is not even fertilized or anything, it's not going to give me 493,000 liters. What I want to know is that if you can fill it up on any level, or does it have to be 493,000? Or is just that the maximum number? Because what would really be disappointing about this is that if you did not have, that amount to fill up, and you couldn't detach the bag. Move this guy out of the way. So that's what we're doing. We're going to do some experimenting, and we're just going to see what happens. If I understand correctly, what else did the note say while I'm sitting here? Let's see. It tells you how to where to find it in the store, and I'll explain all this in a moment. Let's see. My dogs are like being all paranoid and jumpy and stuff because it's been snowing here, and they kind of freaks them out a little bit. They don't they don't see it too often. Okay, so it's not saying anything about what I was just thinking. Huh. Yeah, we're just that's still really loud in my ear holes. Yeah, this is all experimenting stuff. If I knew anything more about it as a real life experience, I'd be more than willing to, go into further detail. Well, okay, that doesn't tell me a whole lot. So, it only has 1,443 liters. Hmm. All right. Let's add some more. Let's add some more into it, and we'll go see. I'm curious. I'm really curious because if it takes that amount, then I don't know how useful it's really going to be. I mean, now if it were like a hang on one second. Get him back going again. So while he's doing his thing, I also wanted to show this too. Both items, the bagging system and this, does have a mouse control where you can adjust the height, but it is really fast. I mean, really, really fast. It needs, this is his first version of it. I'm not saying what will be in the second version. The only thing that kind of got to me about some of his stuff that he's done is uh, I'm not knocking him as a person or anything, but there was a lot of people who had some problems with his hay rake. A lot. I was one of them. The problem that I kept having was that the wheels were up in the air at one point in time, and then the next time they were in the ground, and yeah, I wasn't exactly thrilled with it at all. I kind of wish that I had went on ahead and picked this field ahead of time so I could have had the amount in, but I wanted everybody to see what I was seeing and let you decide whether it's something that you're interested in or not. Me personally, I don't really have no use for it. Does it give a bit of realism, I suppose? Sure, if that's what you're into. Or, have one of these, use one of these, would like to use one of these. That's all up to you. So while he's doing his thing, and man, I don't want to be all in the noise. Yeah, so it snowed here last night, and we got maybe 7 to 8 inches of snow. Something that doesn't, happen too much here. I really wasn't, expecting it. I was actually really surprised. I took my dog out, uh, to let him do his business or whatever. Stepped off into the yard, and at some spots was ankle deep. Now, granted, the wind was blowing, and was blowing it around obviously. So it would be higher in certain spots than others. But even so, with those spots being like that, it was still 7 to 8 inches. Come on, dude, go faster. Now, I'm curious. While we're sitting here looking at things, so it's got a trigger right there. But I wonder if it's for, excuse me, I wonder if it's for this itself or for something else. Let me take a sip of something to drink real quick. This winter weather, boy, dries my nose out, throat out, everything. I'm curious about tippers. Now we're not gonna be able to catch him going down. I had to catch him on the other way, on the way back. The reason I'm curious is that I want to know if there's a tip trigger, because not everybody is going to have an auger, style wagon. And I know it would be kind of unrealistic to just tip it on the ground by it, but you know, again, it depends on how realistic are you trying to be. If you're trying to be 100% realistic, then you might as well just not even play the game, because it is a simulation of reality. A simulation of farming. That's all I wanted. I don't want a whole bunch. Alright, so I didn't get nothing there. Didn't get nothing there. Man, these trailers. Alright, so there's no tip trigger at all regarding that. I mean, I kind of thought it wouldn't be, but I wanted to be sure. So, now, with that being said, what I'm going to do. Yeah. Come on, let's go. It's funny. Every time a car comes down the road in front of my house, my dog just perks his head up and looks and snaps into action because he thinks somebody's here. Oh, come on. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, when we get to the store, I'll do some other explaining. Helper Q has a nearly fully green tank, so he'll be full by the time I get back. This is a nice tractor, but damn if it ain't slow. Whoa there. Okay, so from my understanding, and there may be another way other than finding it, but the way the notes read is that when you come to the store, you go into brands, which we're in, you look for Akron, that's what we're in, under, and you will find all items. So if you hit select, you'll get all three items in here. Um, Now I'm not understanding with the 1000. I'm not understanding was there as far as the capacity. I understand that because that's the bag itself. But I'm not understanding the 2,000 liters for this and the 1,000 for that. Okay, but while we're in here, need one of these. And I'll also show that if you go into here, select this, select lease, select lease, select lease, that the bags itself comes onto a pallet. And from my understanding, that from what the guy wrote, is that in real life, the bags once emptied would, obviously have to be disposed of. But being that it's in the game the way it is, they put it on a pallet. It returns back to a pallet once it's done, and yes, you can move it with a forklift or front loader or whatever. But to show how this connects, we'll pick it up, back up to the bag very carefully. Alright, so I guess that's going to get in the way. First time I did it was perfect. So get you out of the way. Drop you off right there. Oh, I saw the icon. So I got a feeling you got to be bang on and back up much better than I can. I wonder if it would help if it was down. Yeah, okay, so it did. Yeah, that's that. Now let's look at some specs. Let me get the hell out of that. The bagger itself, $1 a day maintenance fee, and pretty much does just about all the standard fruit types, with the exception of, oh, I'm not sure what it would do on mod maps, I don't know, but all these are standard fruit types, including what was for the straw add-on. Bag itself is a $15 a day maintenance fee, and the extractor is a $1 a day. So it and the bagger is the same, it's just that the majority will be for the bags themselves. So the only way that I could see you needing more than one bag is that if you had a ton of crop that you wanted to set out aside from your silo system or whatever, or if you did not have a silo system capacity of that amount, the 493,000 liters, which, from map to map, the silos differentiate between capacities, which is typical. Not all maps are going to be the same, because if they were, they'd be kind of boring. Now, as far as me, I try to do all of my mod testing on uh, your vanilla folder maps. Well, when I say vanilla folder map, it's the map that comes with the game. I don't try to include any mod maps, which use the ones that you would download and put into your mods folder of whatever you like, and it could be anything from European to American to a combination of both to well, I mean, whatever you're into. Now we're going to see if this here auger wagon will work. I don't see why it wouldn't, because the tipper didn't. I didn't expect the tipper to work, but it would just, I guess, excuse me, I guess it would be more efficient for certain people who, well, let's just be real about it. People are lazy. Let me get something else to drink again. Man, between this sinus crap and this winter crap, kicking my ass. Hide my notes real quick. "28 minutes in. I don't know how great this video is going to be, simply because I don't have 493,000 liters of material to put in of the same kind. It would definitely take me either a really long and boring stream to do that, some XML file editing, which I don't care to do, and all that hunky-dory stuff. I want to see the bag actually move. The guy said that the bag itself didn't have any animation, but oh, awesome. The bag is moving. You see it? That's freaking cool, man. Okay, so the bag itself, I guess what he was saying by maybe no animation, well, I don't know. I don't know. I just wish that oh, snap, you can detach it. No shit. Okay, right on. And no, my videos aren't PG. I'm not gonna sit here and filter out what I really want to say. Now I want to see how this works. So what we have discovered is that it can be any size. Alright, I want to be able to get this auger back under that that pipe in case any should, I make a mistake or something and some should come flying out. I don't want to lose it. Oh, come on, Jeff. You can drive better than this, man. Damn, get it together. Still not as close as I want to be. Alright, maybe that'll work. Hang on 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. I had a phone call. Let's see. Down. Um, okay. So you just run up to it like that. It connects in, then you hit I. The bag is deflating. So, oh, oh man, that is cool. So it did connect, it did turn back into a box. Well, I'll be damned. Well, guys, that's interesting. So in reality, that could be extra storage space, period, if you needed it to be. And it's anywhere. It can be anywhere. The guy did say that he preferred it to be on a flat surface. That you would get better results on a flat surface. So that pretty much sums that up. Um, I don't really have anything else more to say about it. I mean, it's actually really impressed me because the hay rake was a little bit of a disappointment. But I could say that he's kind of gotten his vigor about him again, in my eyes anyway. He, like I said, it was nothing personal about the guy himself. It's just I felt like he needed to take a little bit more time with things. But with this being said, I'm sure that if he decides to do a version 2 of it, that it'll have more options. Maybe more features. I don't know. But that has been my review of the Akron bagging system by Trailer Park Farms. I will leave all the information below down in the description. I do appreciate the comments, the likes, the subscriptions. Everything you guys give to me is very welcomed. Even if you've got constructive criticism, I'll take that too. Um, Anything that I can do to improve or to make better or whatever, give me feedback on. Let me know if you see something you don't like and how I did it. Let me know. Um, I'm trying to improve little by little, and the more I know, the better I can get, and the better I can get, well, everything else goes forward from there. Rather than hopefully, it doesn't go downhill. Well, that's about it. All I got to say for this. I do appreciate it, guys. You have an awesome day or night or whenever you watch this. I hope your day is awesome. You guys are the best. Take care.